how this began, other than according to the cops and according to Fox 5 down there, it was a carjacking, and the guy is the owner, and he jumped on the back.
Well, think of the predicament that the police are in. They'd like to stop this, but they got to worry about the man who is clearly, if all of our information is correct, an absolutely innocent victim, and his life is in the balance on the back of this truck. I mean, the cops are in a horrible position.
Yeah, very difficult for them. I mean, they clearly, it seems, use spike strips because of the way those tires have ripped apart. So they have taken some action.
Drop the banner, please. We need to be able to see that cop car coming up on the left. There we go. Go ahead. He's
coming up very close to him there, but clearly with a tractor trailer that size, you can't try the pit maneuver, or at least I would think it would be extremely dangerous.
You couldn't do it anyway because you got a man on the back of the thing, and apparently an innocent man. So let's listen to the chopper, John.
Maintaining a distance, keeping their vehicles back to be safe as a precaution. We have once in a while we have seen a police vehicle pull up alongside.
This truck is falling apart.
The cab, but they are being very cautious as they continue to pursue this vehicle southbound here on I-75.
That's the chopper reporter for Fox 5 in Atlanta, WAGA, our station there. And you know, we don't see it. They have so many weaving interstates in Atlanta, but you don't see a lot of these things. You know, it's not like Los Angeles where another day another car chase. Atlanta's, that's not how it is. But not only do they have a car chase, they have a semi chase with a semi falling apart and a man on the back.
That individual on the back of the truck, that they are not doing those types of moves, not trying to put down spikes, which could result in a very jerky, fast stop. So they are simply taking the precautionary measure of going at a slow pace.
Well, if they didn't put down spike strips, how in the world has he lost 3 wheels? That's what I wonder.
Clear traffic out ahead of
slowing down a lot, Chuck.
But most of the chase vehicles have maintained a safe distance behind the truck here. Right now, it looks like the truck is really crawling to almost a stop now, right in the middle of I-75.
Almost on a stop now. Now what's going to happen? I mean, the truck can go no mo. It's falling apart, and now the man is on the back, still covering his face. Police are clearly going to be able to surround this thing. It looks like he's about out of go juice. You know, so what now? Is this guy armed who carjacked this poor truck owner? I mean, you just don't know. Does truck owner jump? Indeed, he does. Oh my goodness. Good grief. Are you kidding me? Now what? Now the cops, I guess, can do whatever they want.
It does indeed. One thing we did not know is how much fuel was on board this vehicle at the time that this chase began. It is a possibility that the vehicle is running out of gas, or simply that all that mileage on those rims instead of tires has really just brought this vehicle to.
Well, I tell you, the judges in our studio have given him an 8.9 for that jump. That was on the Olympic scale. He got an 8.9 for the jump.
And he did get up and walk away after he jumped off the truck, so hopefully he will be okay. But again, these
he looked okay. I mean, he walked off pretty good. That was an impressive jump and flop. I mean,
they are still giving.
I remember the Fosby flop. Was it Fosby? Fosberg flop. He was a pole vaulter.
On the northbound side, there are still cars coming northbound, so they want to take every precaution to make sure that no one is in harm's way as this individual continues.
Man, you wonder what this guy's going to be charged with, don't you? I mean, think of it. And look at what's leaving in the road there. Clearly, the tires, the wheels on this thing are tearing the road up. They're going to have to do major road repair, you would think. I mean, look at it. Now he is done. It appears this truck has just succumbed. It's like, I can't do it anymore. Sir, get out of me and give me back to the man who used to treat me properly.
Of the possibility of shots fired probably led to them taking every single precaution
Shots fired. See, I didn't know that.
The vehicle has now come to a complete stop here on the interstate. And
well, that changes things, doesn't it?
Approach, you will see them continue to take that very cautious stance.
See there? See the police coming up from behind?
And prepared to encounter this vehicle and possibly the driver inside that they think could be armed.
I hope this doesn't end horribly. Oof. Well, clearly, shots fired. There's the possibility of shots fired, according to the chopper reporter. Apparently, if you're just tuning in, somebody carjacked a man who just, from this truck, the man just jumped off the back of the truck. The wheels have fallen off the truck. The truck has now just won't go anymore. It would appear that the police from two different agencies, different clothing.
With their demands right now. We did
hello, knocking on the window. Please come out.
During this entire chase,
we have lots of guns on you.
Police helicopters.
Now is the time to give it up.
Patrol vehicle, helicopter.
Man, y'all just put stuff on the screen, gets in the way. Now they're breaking the window.
The man out of the car or out of the cab of the vehicle. And
let's put it somewhere else.
Has not complied with those demands. Right now they are.
Again, our thanks to Fox 5 in Atlanta. We've taken the courtesy to them down because we want you to be able to see this. But Fox 5 in Atlanta, big love. Thank you. This is something else. Man has carjacked truck with man in back. Now they're having to break the windows to get him out of the truck. 10 people with guns on you, and you make them break the windows. Are you kidding me? I can't wait to find out what this man is on. What drugs have taken him over? What demons have possessed him?
And Deidre, you can see there
15 cops around him.
Their weapons drawn.
Sir, it's over. Get out. We have other news. And if I knew everybody wants to see the end of this, and so do I, so we will. Luckily, we have 24 hours of the news day. But right after this, astounding developments in Washington. Arlen Specter has accused the right wing of the Republican Party of hijacking the party, saying, I cannot win in the state of Pennsylvania. Republicans are not winning across the nation because the right wing tried to, quote, purify the Republican Party. Now, here we go. We'll get to all that in a minute, but you don't want to miss it. And the swine flu is spreading like wildfire now. Hundreds of New York City school children. Hundreds of school children have it. And here this guy is. Well, you know, I have a lot of police officer friends who tell me that there's a strength that comes with certain drugs, and that guy just had a half dozen cops on his back, and they had a hard time bringing him down. Man alive.
They were able to bring that man down on the ground. So
I bet he has a very unhappy next few hours. Just a guess.
And we also watched, as we mentioned a few moments ago, there was that man that we believe to have been the owner of the truck actually riding along on the back in a precarious position. We saw him jump off the vehicle as the vehicle slowed about a quarter-mile back, and we do believe that that individual is in police custody right now as well. They'll simply want to get as much information they can from him, but this chase now ending here with the truck stopping and the troopers getting that individual finally to come out of that vehicle, but he did resist to the very end here.
Well, there you have it. He certainly did resist. So you know how it goes. As a story is developing, you get all kinds of different stories. But we think we have it pretty right. All of our folks down in Atlanta and here in New York and across the country will be checking on this, and we'll give you all the details. But as I mentioned, there are two enormous stories that will affect the entire nation. Look at this. I guess it's our belief that this is the victim of the carjacking. Now they're doing a little treatment on him. Man, can you imagine what this man has been through? Not only did some huge guy come steal his truck, but he was left. Oh, is that an injured police officer? Oh my. And now he's injured a police officer? It's going to be a very bad rest of life. But we got two enormous stories I got to get to. There you go, Atlanta. Don't miss the next 10 minutes.
Because the one thing you do is you get on the ground and you try to assist him on the ground, but as you can see, he was not having any of that, and that's why the officers had to use the force necessary to maintain that arrest.
Well, Sheriff, good job. You guys coordinated all this very well, it looks like. It's just a textbook case, isn't it?
Well, you know, we can't take credit for it. It's all teamwork.
Absolutely it is. Yes, sir. Absolutely it is. The State Patrol was part of this at what point?
The State Patrol units joined us once we had gone through Henry County. Henry County caught up to our units probably about maybe 2 or 3 minutes into Henry County. Then we got onto I-75 from Henry County, and at that point, Henry County and Georgia State Patrol units took lead.
And are you, at this point, is this north of Forsyth? Where are we on I-75?
Well,
roughly.
Yeah, I'm not sure about where they've stopped at now, but
okay.
But when Henry County is north of Forsyth.
And were you communicating with him by CB radio or any other means?
No, we had no communication.
None, nothing at all.
None.
Okay, and you didn't know whether he was armed?
No, we didn't. Other than, like I said, some unconfirmed reports of objects being seen inside the cab and that sort of thing.
Okay. Well, good job, and Sheriff, I can't thank you enough. And once more, here is the driver of the tractor jumping off and sustaining what may be some injuries, but he's able to get up and walk away. What a ride for him. The distance covered, Sheriff, if you're still with me, we're talking, what, 40 miles maybe from start to finish at least, right?
Oh, at least. I mean, it was probably about 20 miles coming from Fulton County through Clayton County because he was all on surface streets, and then probably at least another 10, 15, maybe, wow. Actually, I'm thinking about it, probably about 30 miles on the interstate.
And how far ahead did you clear the roadway?
Well, because of the speeds, I mean, it was very difficult. We tried to stay at least about a half mile in front of them.
All right. Sheriff, thank you so much. Good job. Wally Zines, as always, a pleasure. Thank you, sir. And Mike Brooks as well. Thank you, guys. I appreciate it.
All right, Chuck.
All right.
All right.
A semi-tractor, after a slow-speed chase, I should say, has been brought to a halt, and the suspect has been